He told you he loved you. Not once, not occasionally. He said it every day. But somewhere between those 3 words, something didn't add up. You felt alone in the relationship. You felt like you were always too much or never enough. You felt confused because how can someone love you and still make you feel this way? And the worst part, when you tried to explain it to someone, you couldn't. Because from the outside, everything looked fine. He said he loved you, after all. This video is for every person who has ever felt loved and broken at the exact same time. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share might finally give you the words for something you've been feeling for a very long time. Welcome. If you're new here, this channel is a safe space for real conversations about relationships, healing, and understanding the patterns that keep us stuck. If nobody has told you today, your feelings are valid, and you deserve clarity. Now let's get into it. The first thing he did every day while saying he loved you, he dismissed how you felt. Every time you tried to have a real conversation, every time you said, "This hurt me," or "I need more from you," it somehow turned into an argument about how you're too sensitive, too emotional, too much. He loved you, but your pain was always an inconvenience. Here's what's happening psychologically. When a partner consistently invalidates your emotions, they are not just being dismissive in that moment. They are slowly training you to stop trusting yourself. Over time, you stop bringing things up. You start shrinking. You start telling yourself, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I'm the problem. That self-doubt, that's not you being weak. That's the result of having your reality denied repeatedly by someone who claimed to love you. Love does not silence you. Love makes you feel safe enough to speak. The second behavior, he kept a mental record of everything he ever did for you. Every favor, every sacrifice, every time he showed up, he filed it away. And whenever things got tense, he pulled that record out. After everything I've done for you, I gave up so much for this relationship. You don't appreciate anything I do. And suddenly, you're not talking about the real issue anymore. You're defending your gratitude. You're proving your appreciation. You're on trial. This is called emotional scorekeeping, and it is one of the most exhausting dynamics to live inside of. Because love, real love, doesn't come with a bill. Genuine acts of love are given freely, not stored as leverage. When someone loves you conditionally, when their kindness has strings attached, you will always feel like you owe them something. You will always feel like you're behind, like you can never quite catch up. That's not love. That's control, just in generosity. Third, you had needs, normal human needs, and somehow having them made you feel like a burden. You needed more quality time, and he made you feel needy. You needed better communication, and he made you feel demanding. You needed consistency, and he made you feel like you were asking for too much. So what did you do? You started making yourself smaller. You started pre-apologizing for your needs before you even voiced them. You started asking for less and less, hoping that would make things easier. But here's the truth. A person who loves you does not make you feel ashamed for needing them. Needs are not weaknesses. They are not demands. They are the natural language of intimacy. When you share your needs with a partner and they respond with guilt-tripping, frustration, or withdrawal, they are communicating something very important about their capacity for real love. You were not too needy. You were with someone who was not equipped to meet you. Number 4, and this one is one people rarely talk about. His mood set the temperature of your entire home, your entire day. You learned to read the room the moment he walked in. You became an expert at detecting the smallest shift in his energy, his tone, his body language, the way he closed a door. And without realizing it, your nervous system was on constant high alert. When he was good, life was good. When he was off, you walked on eggshells. You adjusted yourself, your tone, your plans, all to manage his emotional state. This is called emotional regulation by proxy, and it is deeply exhausting. You were never just living your life. You were managing his emotions while quietly abandoning your own. A loving partner takes responsibility for their own emotional state. They don't require you to shrink, perform, or disappear just to keep the peace. Peace in a relationship should not be something you have to constantly earn. Fifth, when life got hard, when you were going through something real, he disappeared. Emotionally, if not physically. Maybe he minimized what you were going through. Maybe he made it about himself. Maybe he just went quiet and left you to carry it alone. And you told yourself, he's not good with emotions. He doesn't know how to handle this. You made excuses because the alternative, accepting that the person who loves you won't show up for you, was too painful to sit with. But here's what I need you to hear. Availability during the good times is easy. Anybody can love you when things are light and fun and uncomplicated. The real measure of love is who shows up when things fall apart. If you were always there for him and he was consistently absent during your hardest moments, that imbalance is data. It tells you something about where you actually ranked in his life, regardless of what he said. And the sixth behavior, you were never fully relaxed around him. There was always a version of yourself you had to monitor, a filter you had to run your words through before you spoke, a part of you that was always waiting for the mood to shift, waiting for the misunderstanding, waiting for something to go wrong. That hypervigilance, that constant low-level anxiety, is not normal in a loving relationship. It is a symptom. When you love someone and they love you back safely, you exhale around them. You don't perform, you don't manage, you just exist. And that feels like enough. If you spent most of your relationship contracted, careful, and anxious, your body was trying to tell you something your heart wasn't ready to hear. Now, I want to be careful here, because understanding why someone behaves this way is not the same as excusing it. Most people who love you and still hurt you are not doing it intentionally. They are loving you from the only emotional blueprint they were ever given. Many of them grew up in homes where love was conditional, where emotions were dangerous, where control felt like safety. That context matters, that it does not obligate you to stay and absorb the impact of their unhealed wounds. You can have compassion for why someone is the way they are, and still recognize that who they are right now is not who you need in your life. Both things can be true at the same time. If you recognized yourself in this video, if you saw your relationship in these words, I want you to know something. The confusion you felt was not weakness. It was the natural response to being in something that didn't make sense, because real love is not supposed to hurt like that. Real love is not a puzzle you spend years trying to solve. You are not too sensitive. You are not too needy. You are not too much. You were simply in the wrong place, waiting for something that was never going to come in the form you needed it. And recognizing that, right now, in this moment, is where everything begins to change. If this resonated with you, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below and tell me which point hit closest to home. I read every single one. And if you want to go deeper, my next video covers exactly what healthy love actually feels and looks like, so you know what to look for going forward. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.